Hi, this is Digital Lady Sid, and today I'm presenting a blog about ReStyle. So I thought I would spend a couple minutes and just go through the interface with you with a short video because I find it's kind of confusing, and it is, to me, one of the very best filters out there for actually making a picture look a lot better. So this is the image that I'm using. It's a bird of paradise bloom. We have this great big tree in our front yard, and it has several of these growing, and I was kind of practicing some close-up shooting the other day, and I thought this one turned out kind of nice, and I actually kind of like it just like it is. This is with changes from Lightroom. Okay, then what I did, just to let you know, is I actually put Lucis Pro on there. I usually I put the settings up to R97, G129, and B59 with 57% of the color showing through. So it kind of added a lot of color into the image, as you can see if you look at this. I really like what Lucis Pro does. Apparently there's some question as to whether this filter is still really available or not. But at this point, it's been around a long time, and I kind of like it. So I'm going to create a stamp layer on top, which is, the claw or the Control-Shift-Alt-E, and we're going to go into Topaz ReStyle, which is what I really wanted to show you. And it's in Topaz Labs. It is not in Studio yet, so to my mind, I'm not sure if they're ever going to put it in there, but it would be really great if they did. So here is the program. All right, now what I always do is I reset over here. So this is what your original image actually looks like. As you can see over here, you've got your ReStyle sliders, your hue, saturation, luminosity, your opacity, and this is your blend modes. And down here are your basic changes, which involve your color, temperature, tint, saturation, levels. Black level, white level, midtones, details, structure, and sharpness. You may or may not want to use these things. I find I actually kind of like them, but they're not as strong as the ones that are in Lightroom, but they're still pretty good. Also, you'll notice there are individual masks for each of these sections. So if you just wanted to apply the effect to one area, you can, or partially to it, and the same thing for this. It's the same type of mask. You can copy the mask down if you need to. But that's not what I'm really here to blog about. I just kind of wanted to show you how easy and quick it is to get a really nice look. So the first thing that I always do is I go over here, and my favorite category or collection here is called Moody. But there are all kinds: architecture, fashion, graphic, landscape, nature, night, portrait, street, seascape, underwater, and you can even put all of them up. I find that's just a lot of redundancy. A lot of the presets actually look similar in each of the categories. They're just slightly different. I just seem to really like Moody. So I click on Moody, and they're all listed down here, and you can actually see them in a pop-out, which I don't find very handy, but you can actually do it that way. Instead, you click this little grid, and that will take you into the screen, which shows a sample of your image with the different preset colors applied. So as you can see, like I like this blue one. That's something different. If you want to see what your original looked at, pop it up there. You can see it. I'm going to click the little camera on that, and that now says I like that preset. I actually thought this image looked kind of good in black and white, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to select that one to see how it would look. I'm going to go in here, and again, some of these colors are very different from thoughts that I would have had to make this image look like this, and sometimes you just want something very creative. Let's go into another section here. Up here we've got, there's another section called Nature, since these are definitely plants or blossoms. Let's try something a little pale and pretty there, maybe. That's called Koala Gray. You can see what it would look like with the green tones. I don't think I like the green tones, but I know now I wouldn't want the green tones. Here's something that's got just some really crazy color in it. I think I'll take a look at that. I may not like it, but it might be something to try. And then I have favorite presets that I use over and over, and that's got a little star on it here. Click the little star and you can see what my presets that are my favorites would look like on it. There's butterfly right there, happens to be in my favorites. I don't know, there's just all kinds that you could apply. I always love this cream and plum. If I had one preset to choose in ReStyle, it would be this one. So we'll take a look at it. And then one of the other things are DSL or DLS presets. And these are ones I created. And sometimes they look better than some of the presets that I'm given. So I'm going to try that one out. That SJ Test 2 Springfield looks good. Let me see along here. Sometimes these are weird. Sometimes they're not, because I do some of the beta testing with these. But by and large, I think that's enough. So now I've decided I want to see what the ones I narrowed it down to look like. So I'm going to click on the actual camera up here, and there you go. I've chosen 6 different presets. Now, all you have to do to get back to your site with these choices is to just click on one. So we'll click on Koala Gray. There it is. It immediately turns into that preset. Now, all you have to do to see them is, right now it's showing, I think, Moody, because that's what I had clicked to begin with. Click on this camera and there are all the ones that I chose to try out. So here's Fiery Orange, which is pretty, but it gives it a totally different look. Koala Gray, which I don't know why, but I really like that. Here's my Peaches and Cream, which I really like. It's not contrasty enough, but it could be fixed. Warm Street Steel. There's a test one that I had done that I kind of liked. Here's the Butterfly Wings. Again, it's not real contrasty, but it could be fixed. And here's that black and white, which I kind of like. They have some wonderful black and white presets, or black and white and grays, or black and white and browns in this program. So, you know what? I think let's try that one and see what we could do with it, because I haven't done this one yet with this type of preset. So we're going to try the olive, black, and gray. The other ones are going to stay here, and if I absolutely hate it, I'll try a different one. So if I go into, usually I start with luminosity and just check. I'm not sure. I like these colors over here, and there's the primary color. It probably is part of that. No, not so much, maybe. Maybe it's the 4th color. See, all these are primary, secondary, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But it looks like that's the one that adjusted it out a little bit. And you got to watch a little bit so you can get some spotty lines in here that you don't want. So you have to be careful. But you can get it by just a little slight blending. You want it darker black or a little bit lighter. Kind of think I'll lighten that up a little bit. This almost looks like a dark blue or something in it. The strength of the texture I've never had too good a luck with. I don't see much there. You can see it a little bit in there, but that's about it. So we're going to go with that. And now if I go up here, I can reduce the opacity on that. There's the original, and there's what it looks like with just a little bit of this applied, maybe a little bit stronger. Definitely brought down the colors a lot, but maybe added a little bit of strength to the lines here. Here's the blend modes. That's normal, what we're looking at, but if you go to multiply, it darkens it. Here it goes to screen, it really lightens it. That looks kind of pretty. If I put it to screen and compare it, see how it lightened that right up? I sort of like that. Overlay, soft light, hard light. Luminosity adds a lot of that color back in. Let's see what that does. Yeah, not as great to me. And then color. Sometimes the color will make a difference when you click on it, and sometimes it doesn't, I've noticed, with the blend mode. See, that definitely was brighter, and I kind of like the color better. All right, now if we go down here to the basic section, I can warm it up. I can darken it down a little. Do I want to add a little more red in it? Do I want it to look blacker? Kind of like that. I can add black level to it, or I can open it up, and I kind of like that opened up. You could see the detail so much better. Add some mid-tone into it, maybe not. Add a little white level. Makes that sky a little bit too washed out for me, so I don't like that so much. And then the structure, you can really kill a photo with this structure. Overdo it or not do it enough. But in this case, a little bit of structure looks good. It brings out a lot of this texture in here. And the sharpness, sometimes what I'll do, in fact, is I will take down the structure and add a little extra sharpness in there. But since this photo, part of the reason this photo is so good is that it has nice detail and texture in it. So we're going to just go ahead and do that, and I'm going to say okay. So that is koala gray, or I'm sorry, that is all black and gray. Koala gray is, yeah, so you could still see what it would look like if you zing over these, but I like this. So let's do okay. And it should come into Photoshop pretty quick here. There it goes. So there's your original, and there's that. Now, you know, there's nothing that says that I can't add back some of the original. I can add a layer mask and maybe take a really large brush. So let's see. Let's hit the brush tool here and get a large round. I'm going to increase it up to a little bit bigger there size. And we're just going to maybe set the opacity at 30%. Let's see what it does. Maybe that lightens that up or gives it a, see that added a little color into that? I kind of like that. Just a little. You could turn this on and see what areas you might want to pick up a little more color. Maybe a little bit more red there. Do I want to pick up a little bit more of the orange here? Maybe. Just to emphasize it in. I don't think I want to do anything back here. I kind of like the way that sort of dulled that down. But I do believe I like that blue, a little more of that blue showing through on that one part of the bloom. I think you can kind of get a feel, though, for what this does. So that's all I really wanted to show you was what nice effects you can get with this and how easy it is. So if you get a chance, download it, try. If you don't have it and you don't use it, check it out, because at one time I think they were giving it away, or not giving it away, but it was in a lot of their bundles. And if you don't have it, download it and just check it out and see if it's something you could use, because I use it probably on 50% of my pictures. So that's all I really wanted to say. If you want to find out more about ReStyle, I have it up on my Fun Photoshop blog at sidspics.wordpress.com. And I'll have this video linked there too. And if you want to just see some of the fun things I do, check out my digitalladysid.com on my Tidbits blog. On my website is sidjohnson.com. And I will try to do a few more videos here, because it really is a lot easier to explain things when you're using a video. So have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.